Hey guys, John Mozart here for JM Sports 100 and the JM Sports Show. How's it going? I'm here to do a little bit of a rant. And I'm going to start doing more of this stuff. I said I was going to stick with the picks, but I was going to do other stuff too, as I felt the need until I got to the point where I felt comfortable enough with my computer to do a JM Sports Show in a 30-minute video every night. And I just found something on ESPN that I find interesting, and I'm going to talk about it. Alright? And I'm going to do a little bit of defending here. How many of you people out there have heard of a player by the name of Reggie Evans? Probably not a whole lot. Reggie Evans in the last week has complained twice. Well, he complained once a few days ago because the Memphis Grizzlies played their starters in a blowout. For those of you who don't know, he's a power forward for the New York Knicks. For the Nets. He's a power forward for the Brooklyn Nets. I knew that. And he came out and said that he doesn't think much of LeBron James in his championship, saying, quote, "It doesn't prove nothing. That was a lockout season," end quote, is what he told the New York Daily News today. Listen, whether it's a lockout season or not, LeBron still has a ring, and you don't. You've been in the league since '02. You don't have a ring yet. And outside of rebounding, what is Reggie Evans good for? He's a good rebounder. But other than that, what is he good for? I went back and I looked. And yes, I do know that LeBron has been known for choking in the playoffs. So I went back, and LeBron James did fire back. Did fire back at him, and I will talk about that in just a second. But first, I went back and I looked at Reggie Evans' playoff career, and he spent a lot of time in the playoffs. Basically, every team he's played for, he's been to the playoffs with, except the Nets. Which I think with time, if he stays there, even if he doesn't stay there, the Nets will make the playoffs soon, whether he's there or not. But in '04, he was in with Seattle. In '05, he was in with Denver. In '07 and '08, he was in with Philadelphia. In 2011, last year was with the Clippers. Okay, so he's played in 38 games in his playoff career. He started 11 of them. He averages 3 points a game in the playoffs. So it's not like he's out there being a superstar. I love it when non-superstar players rip superstar players. You don't have to be impressed with LeBron. To be honest, not a lot of people are. But nonetheless, like I said, and of course Reggie Evans does still have time. But he is 32 years old, so he doesn't have all the time in the world anymore. He'll be 33 this year. But LeBron has a ring, and he doesn't. And quite frankly, in sports, it doesn't matter how impressive you are when you get the ring. Yeah, it was a lockout season. Well, who cares? It was still an even playing field for everybody else, and the Heat were still the best team. I understand the point he's trying to make of the short season over the long haul, over the long span. They cannot do it. I think they can. Are they going to repeat as champions this year? I think the Heat do have a chance. I think they have a chance. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I don't think it will, but it's definitely possible. I think that there's definitely a better chance that the Heat win the championship than the Nets winning the championship. But I just love when players who don't mean, who aren't superstars, they want that little bit of attention. They want to get grasped by ESPN. They want to get grasped by the media. And I realize that by talking about it, I'm supporting what he wants. But I just think it's funny. You want to rip LeBron, that's fine. Listen, I'm not a Heat fan. I'm not really a LeBron supporter. I was happy to finally see him get his ring. but I'm not a huge LeBron supporter. But you can't sit there and say you're not impressed with LeBron. Now, LeBron did fire back uh, about he isn't he basically said that he showed that he wasn't impressed by the Nets. They have turned it around. Um, since Avery Johnson got canned and PJ Carlesimo took over. But LeBron fired back saying this, quote, their offense hasn't changed their defense. They just picked up in intensity. You can tell that they like to play for PJ, end quote. He also said, quote, it sucks that Avery Johnson had to take the hit for them not wanting to play at a high level, end quote. Now, I know that Johnson went 14-14 with the Nets, and since then they're 13-4 under Carlesimo. So I understand that they've had a big turnaround. I still think the Heat are the better team, and you can sit there and hate LeBron, but you can't not be impressed with what LeBron does. And I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. I don't care. I've told you guys a million times, videos, hate me all you want. I really don't care. I love my haters more than I love my supporters, strictly because, I don't know, because you guys, haters are more likely to watch my stuff over and over to rip me. So, haters help me out even more than supporters do. So anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts on that. I know that was a very good, very good video as far as getting put together. It was kind of on the fly. But that's just how I feel about it. I feel like you can hate LeBron. I mean, this season is going to tell us a lot. The Heat will make the playoffs, and I think the Heat could definitely, repeat as champions. And if they do, then it'll be interesting to see. It'll be very interesting to see then what is said by Reggie Evans. So, anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts on that. I'll be back later to do something, Super Bowl preview, coaching video, something. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. I am John Limos at 4 JN Sports 100 for the JN Sports Show. See you later.